The movie begins with a woman named Alicia, west early in the morning going for a run. She was stopped by a few police officers and tried to arrest her roughly, but then they realized she was a new police officer herself, so it was just a case of mistaken identity. They apologized to her since she was very upset. After that, Alicia went to the cemetery to visit her mother's grave. The next day at work, Alicia tells her partner that her return to work hasn't been very welcoming. Her partner Jennings then tells Alicia to feel better. As they go out on patrol together, as driving, Alicia sees that most of the houses on the streets have been torn down. They come across an area called Kingston Manor, which is a poor neighborhood where Alicia grew up. Jennings explains to Alicia that it's now a place for bad people, and the police don't even respond to calls from that neighborhood unless an officer is in trouble there. Jennings tells Alicia that he wants to stop for coffee. As he goes to get the coffee, Alicia meets a little boy named Jamal. While they're talking, Jamal's mom shows up and yells at Jamal to stay away from Alicia. The mom warns Alicia, in an aggressive way, to stay away from her son. The store owner, a man named Mouse, steps in and tells Alicia that they don't want any trouble happening at the store. Alicia recognizes one of the women with the group as her old friend Missy, who is Jamal's mom, but Missy denies knowing Alicia and pretends not to recognize her. Missy then leaves the store with her group, distancing herself from Alicia and not acknowledging their prior friendship. Jennings, Alicia's police partner, tells her that Missy and her group are part of the rival Kingston gang, and Alicia should be careful around them. Alicia goes back into the store and talks to Mouse about her interaction with Missy. Mouse explains that Missy has her issues and troubles going on, which is why she acted coldly and distanced herself from Alicia, even though they were old friends. As Alicia and Jennings are leaving the store, Alicia makes sure to pay for the coffee that Jennings had purchased earlier, showing her appreciation. When they get back to the police station, Jennings tells Alicia that he has a date tonight. While they're talking about it, another officer named Sarge comes over. Sarge tells Jennings that he needs Jennings to work a double shift tonight. Alicia then offers to take Jennings' shift so he can spend time with his family. Sarge tells Alicia that she'll be working with an officer named Deacon Brown and that she should meet him in the lobby. Jennings thanks Alicia for taking his shift so he can go on his date. Alicia meets up with Deacon Brown and tells him she's taking Jennings' shift tonight. Deacon isn't very happy about this because Alicia is still to the job. He asks her if she's done a night shift before and she says no, but adds that she's a veteran from Kandahar. Deacon then asks Alicia if she needs to wear her body camera. Alicia tells him that as long as he hasn't done anything wrong, there's no problem with her wearing the camera. As they're driving, they get a call about a scene at a local bar where the suspect might have a gun. When they get to the scene, they see two suspects fighting. Alicia tries to calm down one of the suspects, but the other suspect tries to pull out a gun to shoot Alicia. Deacon notices this and aggressively arrests the suspect with the gun. Alicia keeps yelling at Deacon to stop being so rough with the young man until Deacon finds a gun in the suspect's back pocket. Then Alicia stops talking. During their dinner, Alicia apologizes to Deacon and thanks him for saving her life. Deacon tells her that saying sorry won't keep her safe out there. He says the other police officers, not the civilians, are her family now. While they're talking, Deacon gets a call on his phone. After the call, he tells Alicia they have to go. As there's another call coming in, Alicia is confused because the call came on Deacon's phone, not the police radio. The next morning, Alicia and Deacon arrive at a specific location. When they get there, Alicia tells Deacon, another police officer, that she doesn't understand why they've come to this place. Deacon instructs Alicia to stay in the car and wait for him because he needs to go meet with an informant, someone who provides the police with inside information about criminal activities. Alicia agrees to wait in the car as Deacon heads off to have this meeting, his informant leaving Alicia there to await his return. While Alicia is waiting in the car, as Deacon instructed, she notices someone trying to break into and steal a parked vehicle. Alicia quickly tries to apprehend the would-be car thief, but they manage to evade her and flee the scene before she can make an arrest. Just then, Alicia hears the sound of a gunshot coming from the direction of the building where Deacon had gone to meet his informant. Feeling tense and concerned for her partner's safety, Alicia decides to rush into the building to assist. Before going in, she quickly activates the body camera she is wearing, ready to confront whatever situation she may find. When Alicia goes into the building, she sees Deacon with two other detectives, Malone and Smitty. They are dealing with some drug dealers. The detectives notice Alicia watching, and Malone tries to explain the situation to her. But Smitty, seeing Alicia's body camera, shoots at her. Alicia falls, but she's lucky because she's wearing a bulletproof vest and lands in a good spot. Malone gets angry and tells Smitty to go find Alicia in the Body camera Malone blames Deacon for bringing a new officer like Alicia to the site. Malone tells Deacon that they're going to say Alicia was killed during the drug raid. He tells Deacon to go help the other detective, Smitty, search for Alicia. As they're talking, Smitty tells Malone that he can't find Alicia. Even with her injuries, Alicia is still trying to get away from the power station. She calls for backup, but Malone interrupts the call, saying he has everything under control, and the police don't need to worry. Smitty sees Alicia as she's trying to leave the building. He starts shooting at her. Malone and the other detectives chase after her. Alicia runs through the neighborhood, hiding from the corrupt cops. She tries to ask people for help, but they turn her away,
saying they don't want any trouble.
Malone and the others spot Alicia, but she manages to get away from them again. After fleeing, Malone tells Smitty and the others to spread out and search more widely for Alicia. After getting away from Malone, Alicia comes across a police car. She waves them down and asks for help. The officers promise to help her and say everything will be okay, but Alicia soon realizes these cops are also part of Malone's corrupt group. So she runs away from them again. The corrupt cops chase after Alicia, saying they just want the body camera. But Alicia escapes and runs to a store owned by someone named Mouse. When Alicia gets there, Mouse sees her condition and tells her she can't be around his store and needs to leave right away. Alicia explains to him that she was shot by the cops,
and she just needs to make a phone call to her partner. After she stops the bleeding, she says she'll leave.
Alicia calls her partner, Jennings, and tells him about what happened. She says she needs to get the footage from her body camera uploaded at the police station. Jennings says he'll meet her in 30 minutes. After Alicia finishes talking to Jennings, a police officer comes knocking at the door. It turns out Mouse had called the police on Alicia. Mouse apologizes to Alicia, saying he can't get involved. He goes over to deal with the police. The police get aggressive towards Mouse. They tell him to put his head down on the counter while they handcuff him. As Mouse struggles, the police tell their partner, who came in through the back looking for Alicia, to check Mouse's ID. After they find out Mouse has a clean record, they let him go. Then Mouse refuses to tell them why he called the police. He makes up a story because of how the police were treating him. The officers leave Mouse alone, saying they'll be watching him. Alicia thanks Mouse for not turning her in. She says once she stops the bleeding, she'll leave his store. Alicia uses some glue to close up the wound, a trick she learned as a medic in Iraq. She meets up with her partner Jennings and explains what happened. But then Alicia realizes that Jennings is also part of Malone's corrupt group of officers. Alicia forces Jennings to pull over. She handcuffs him and gets away. Alicia goes to Mouse's house and tells him she needs a place to stay until nighttime. Mouse is worried and doesn't want to get involved. But when he realizes how serious the situation is, he lets her stay. Meanwhile, Malone tells the police captain that during a fight between two gangs, the 999s and Kingston crew, Alicia shot and killed a kid. The kid is the nephew of the Kingston crew leader named Derry. Darius comes to the scene and sees his dead nephew. Malone lies and says Alicia killed the boy. This makes Darius very angry, and he orders his men to go find and kill the cop who killed his nephew. Jennings tells Malone that Alicia might have gone to meet someone for help at a certain store. So they go to the store and look at the camera footage. They find out that Alicia did go there and ask the store owner, Mouse, for help. Meanwhile, the Kingston gang has put a price on Alicia's head for killing their leader's nephew Zero. A member of the gang, Jamal, goes to Mouse's apartment and points a gun at Alicia's head, but Mouse steps in. Jamal then shows them a poster that's been going around, saying Alicia killed Darius's nephew. As they're talking, the corrupt cops Malone and Smitty show up at Mouse's apartment, but Alicia and Mouse can escape from them. In the neighborhood, they fight off Darius's gang, but Mouse gets shot in the leg. He tells Alicia to go meet a pastor he trusts and not to worry about him. As Mouse is leaving, he gets captured by Darius. Darius takes him to his place and tortures him, demanding to know where Alicia is. But Mouse refuses to give any information, saying Alicia is a good person and didn't kill Darius' nephew, Zero. Meanwhile, Alicia uses her body camera to make a video explaining that it was the corrupt cop Malone who killed Darius' nephew, Zero, not her. She hides the camera in a wardrobe and then goes to the Kingston neighborhood to surrender to Darius. As Darius is about to kill Alicia, she tells him that Malone was the one who killed Zero, and she has it all recorded on her body camera. Darius then tells his son Ted to hack into the body camera footage. At first, Ted can't hack into the body camera footage because it's encrypted, but after trying a lot, he finally manages to get into it. When Darius sees the footage, he's devastated. He lets Mouse go, but then the police raid the apartment. There's a big gunfight. and Malone ends up killing Darius. Meanwhile, Alicia escapes with Mouse. After the fight, Smitty kills another officer, Brown, because they had been arguing earlier about who was responsible for Alicia getting away. Smitty finds Alicia and Mouse after they are stopped by a police officer. Smitty kills the officer and then attacks Alicia and Mouse. In the fight, Alicia ends up killing Smitty. Then Mouse tells Alicia that there's no way she'll be able to get out of this alive since the whole police force is after her. He tells her to give him the body camera so he can go upload the footage at the police station. As Mouse is leaving, Jennings, Alicia's partner, sees him but lets him pass. Meanwhile, Malone finds Alicia and they get into a big fight. Malone throws her out into the courtyard in front of a crowd. With the help of Jamal's mom, Missy, Alicia can grab Malone's gun. But a sniper team orders Alicia to put down the weapon, or they will shoot her. Mouse can upload the body camera footage. The police captain sees the video and then tells the SWAT team to stand down. When Malone sees the video has been uploaded, he tries to shoot West, but Alicia's partner, Jennings, shoots Malone instead. Malone is then arrested for murder. Through all of this, Alicia earns the respect of everyone.